Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything you need to know about one of the newest and coolest additions to the Gunrunning DLC, the Juggernaut Ballistic Equipment Suit. So today we're going to be taking a look at some things you might not have known, as well as some durability tests that are actually pretty interesting in my opinion. So let's talk about some things you probably are aware of, how to get the suit itself. So it can only be acquired once it is unlocked via research inside of your bunker. So you have to have a bunker in order to get the Juggernaut suit, and you have to have it researched. Once it is researched, it's going to cost you $500,000 on the Warstock Cash and Carry website. Now, it is unique as it's in a website that's specifically based for vehicles, yet I'm really not too sure what you would call this. Is it like an exosuit, like an extension of yourself? Is it a vehicle, perhaps? I'm really not too sure. But regardless, when you call it in, you have to do it via the interaction menu when you're going to request the ballistic equipment. Now, when you do that, it's going to cost you an additional $5,000. I don't really see the logic in that. You pay $500,000 for it, but every time you want it, it costs you $5,000. To me, that seems a little bit weird, and it's going to be delivered by a plane, and it takes about 15 to 20 seconds by the time you hit the delivery button for it to arrive in the ground in the crate in front of you. Now, what's also interesting about this is this crate cannot be stolen by other players. Unlike a vehicle or unlike a car when it's delivered, it typically can't unless the option isn't there, unless you have it set to no one or passengers or stuff like that. So this crate cannot be taken by anyone else. Now, I am not sure how long it will stay on the ground. I've actually never tested that. So if you go to the other side of the map and come back, will it still be there? I guess that's one thing we will have to actually try out in maybe a future video. Also, if I miss anything in this one, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below on what other tests you might like me to run. And once you're done with the Juggernaut suit, the cooldown timer is 15 minutes. So be very careful with this suit, because if you accidentally get killed, or if you decide you're done with it but then want it back for another task, you're going to have to wait 15 minutes in order to call in another Juggernaut suit. So that would be kind of a bummer if you had to wait an extra 15 minutes to do something. But anyways, let's get on to some of the more secret details and features of this suit, including some durability tests. Let's start with how many explosives, RPGs, and sticky bombs, which are all relatively the same, the ballistic suit can take. So I've got my two friends in here, Sean and John. I thank them both for helping me out with this. They were huge, tremendous help recording this video. So the ballistic suit can take 2 RPGs, with the third one actually killing it. And I actually requested Sean to move out of the fire once he was shot, so it didn't give him extra damage. So if you're in the ballistic Juggernaut suit, 2 RPGs is what you can survive, and then the third one will ultimately end up killing you. So I thought that was a pretty interesting conclusion right there. As far as what happens when you're shot with bullets, we're using the Minigun Test here. I have 1,000 rounds that I'm shooting at my friend John, and ultimately it doesn't take as many rounds as I thought it would. It takes about 125 rounds in order to destroy someone with full health in the Juggernaut ballistic suit. So this suit is certainly not invincible, even though the character inside of the minigun has unlimited ammo, which is pretty cool. They are really limited in terms of what they can do as far as their mobility goes. Now, if you are interested about moving the mobility of the Juggernaut suit, this is something we mentioned in a video the other day. You could always use the Wastelander to get them to move from location to location, or something like the Vapid Guardian. But we included that in a previous video, so I'll try and leave a link to that in the description if you want to check it out. Moving on to the next test, the first thing we wanted to do was see if the Juggernaut suit was waterproof. And it's actually kind of interesting. It is to a degree. So you can walk in the water with the Juggernaut suit, but you can only go a certain distance. The second the water goes up above the chest or neck area, the Juggernaut suit will be destroyed. So this is something you need to be careful about. Do not play around with water in the ballistic equipment suit. Otherwise, you're probably going to get destroyed. So you want to be very, very careful with that. And once again, you'd have to wait 15 more minutes in order to have that called in, which would obviously be a huge bummer. The next test we wanted to do was the new explosive sniper ammo versus the Juggernaut suit. And the results here were actually more surprising than I thought, as it took us 5 bullets in order to kill the Juggernaut. But that's actually not bad at all. And again, this backs up the point that the explosive sniper rounds are really overpowered, because if you think about about it, if you're at a distance, the guy in the Juggernaut suit with his minigun isn't going to be able to reach you. Even though he has unlimited rounds, the range of the minigun is so bad that someone with a sniper at long distance would be able to hit them without any recourse. So 5 bullets from the explosive rounds instantly KO'd the Juggernaut suit. So we only had to reload once, and that guy absolutely hit the ground so fast. The next test we wanted to do was, how well does the Juggernaut suit protect against vehicle damage? And surprisingly, this is one of the things it excels the best at. My friend John was running over Sean in his suit, and he would not lose damage. He was barely losing any damage. He was getting run over, he was getting ragdolled, and the Juggernaut suit does a great job at protecting against damage. And this is also incredibly fun to watch. We had a blast watching John just run over Sean like so many times in his hauler custom. But I guess that is one real nice benefit of the Juggernaut suit, that if you're in traffic, you're in the city, you don't have to worry about someone running you down, because there's no way you're going to be able to dodge and avoid them. So even if they do run you over, it's not going to be a lot of damage that you're going to be inflicted. However, one major weakness of the Juggernaut suit is helicopter blades, and this is something you can use if you're encountering someone in a Juggernaut suit. If you hit the Juggernaut with the blades of a helicopter, they will die instantly. It will be an instant kill. So again, this might be a little bit tricky because they obviously have a minigun here, but I could still see this working awesome. You kind of kamikazeing your helicopter onto the Juggernaut, you taking him out instantly, and all you lost was a helicopter. So that is something that's pretty cool and might be pretty interesting if you ever find yourself in a situation where you have a helicopter and you're trying to take out someone with a Juggernaut suit. And the last thing we're going to be testing today is what happens when one of the rocket vehicles uses its booster on the Juggernaut suit. There was a rumor that if the Juggernaut suit got boosted by like a rocket Voltic or the Oppressor, that it would lose its suit instantly. And it turns out that that is not the case. Now, does the Juggernaut go glitching and flying all over the place? Yes, but they don't really lose any health and they really don't do anything. So this is also a great way in which you can protect against something like this. I don't know how many people actively go around killing people with the boost from the Oppressor and the Rocket Voltic, but just know that if you're in the Juggernaut suit, you're pretty much invincible to that, and the only thing that's going to happen is you get ragdolled a little bit, but you won't lose your suit or anything like that. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully you learned a couple new things about the Juggernaut Ballistic suit. I know I certainly did. It's one of the most interesting things added with the Gunrunning DLC. As always, let me know in the comment section down below or on Twitter if I missed anything. Just tweet at me and say, hey, Mr. Boss, you missed this about the Juggernaut suit, and this is pretty cool. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.